Hello Taurus, this is going to be your full moon reading for September 13th and 14th, and the only reason we have a couple dates going on there is because it won't be happening until 12:33 a.m. Eastern time, which means we got like 9:33 p.m. on the 13th and early morning 14th. So that full moon will be a little bit different for everybody, and it will be a Friday the 13th full moon for a lot of us. So that'll be pretty cool. That's going to be a lucky, lucky day. I mean, I guess if you believe that. I believe that it's going to be a lucky day. So let's get a moon card for you, Taurus, and see what kind of energy you might be experiencing. Alright, we have a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. So that's kind of cool because we are in Virgo season right now, which is definitely a lot of that balancing energy between our day-to-day activities, that analytical and scheduling and appointments and all that good stuff. So maybe recognizing where you are taking a little bit more maybe than you need to, and recognizing where maybe you could give a little bit more. You know, we're getting ready to get into those holiday seasons where giving is going to be prominent. So maybe you can attend to some of that. Well, we're going to get an advice card here and see if we can get some advice for you during this full moon energy, which full moon energies don't last quite as long as new moon energies. So they're kind of swift culminations. Let's see what you got here. Oh, I love this one. Embrace Spirit. That is such a beautiful card, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have Embrace Spirit, number 8. So this could obviously signify strength if we were to bring it back to the tarot 8s. And essentially in this card is saying that you really need to connect. You maybe need to just really connect with Spirit, however it is that you do that. Some people meditate, some people do yoga, some people attend religious ceremonies and churches and, you know, community things. And however it is that you can connect with Spirit. You know, sometimes I sleep, like literally. That's how I connect with Spirit. So, you know, we all have our own different ways, Taurus, and whatever you feel like you need to get into that spiritual side of yourself. You know, that could also have that time to give, you know, where you're just giving a little bit more of yourself. That Virgo the Virgin energy is very protective and loving. So, you know, checking out where maybe you can give a little bit more, how you can embrace your spirit a little bit more, and the spirits that you believe in. Alright, a card that flew out here, we have Sadness and Isolation. So some of you Taurus may be going through kind of a phase, an emotional phase around this full moon, which can definitely happen. We all experience emotional highs and lows around the full moons. And look at that, giving and receiving. So definitely no odds there with the time to give rather than take. And we have a giving and receiving card coming up, so definitely a time to check how you're balancing in the way that you give and receive is going to be big for you around this full moon, Taurus. Definitely going to be big. And I mean, you just had this reading where we realized, you know, you were getting some help from your friends and, you know, feeling a little bit different, and you know, maybe this has to do with some friendships that just came in too. New friends, mingling, you know, that good stuff that comes along when we have culminations. Now the reading before you got this card too, so leap of faith, you know, we are coming to a culmination with it being the full moon, so it's definitely relevant to recognize that, hey, we may have a fresh start going on too around this time. So let's see what we have going on here for you, Taurus. We have Sadness and Isolation. Now this is card number 3, and it relates to the 3 of Wands. Now the 3 of Wands is typically a figure standing there with 3 wands, and he's kind of looking outward away from the viewer, and like he's waiting for something. And that's essential right here because it's like you're waiting and you feel pretty alone, like you're the only one. Whatever that is for you, it definitely flips upside down, you know, because if we were to look at the card this way, we recognize, you know, that sadness feeling, that isolation feeling. But once we get through that energy and recognize that we can have faith in our dreams and what we believe in is real for us, and that sadness is really just that moment and that feeling that you're going through at that moment. Something inside you, you know, that's making you sad. Sadness can relate to so many different things. What makes me sad may not make you sad, you know, and what I feel is isolation may not be the same for everybody. So when you're looking at your own path, Taurus, where is it that you're feeling kind of left out, or even like things aren't coming through for you? Because that's that feeling of this Three of Wands, is waiting for your ship to come through, waiting for the wish that you've, you know, made, and the work that you've made towards something, getting that compensation or that recognition, or just getting the wish in general. You know, that's that feeling. And sometimes we can kind of feel, you know, like it's not coming fast enough. And that's where divine timing comes in. And, you know, with these two coming out here, with this giving and receiving, maybe there's a little bit of giving that needs to happen to unlock this energy for you, to unlock that next step, that 4. You know, when we're getting into the 3 energy, that is definitely signifying what you realize. You know, so what are you realizing? You're realizing there's some sadness and isolation. Well, maybe it's a time to heal and recognize how you can fix that. How do we, you know, how do you get out of sadness and isolation? Well, obviously integrating and giving and receiving. So this card comes up right afterwards. It's a choice because it's a 6. So there is that decision. You don't have to participate in this wonderful, beautiful mix of giving and receiving. However, it is suggested, especially in your moon card, a time to give rather than take. And then this comes up, totally different deck, giving and receiving. That's that balance, you know. You're not going to empty your entire cup into somebody else's empty cup and then you sit there with an empty cup. So it's not that kind of giving and receiving. It's the kind where you have enough to give so you're able, and the person who's receiving certainly isn't taking more than their share. So it's a beautiful yin and yang balance. This is the 6 here. You know, that would be that yin energy, creation, the beginning of something beautiful. So this is definitely in your mind and in your choices, but this is a pentacle energy. This would be the 6 of Pentacles in tradition, and it's always that balance. Balancing, knowing that you have enough to give. You know, you wouldn't give all of yours just so somebody else could have it, because then you're left without, and that really causes a problem. So something with your giving and receiving, Taurus, is needing to be balanced around this full moon, and really checking into that Virgo energy. If you don't know much about it, there's so many articles and amazing things online that you can learn about it. Now, you do have 2 major arcana here at the end of your spread, which means significant changes, okay? Now, this is manifest. This would be the Magician, the 1 in the traditional tarot, and this is having all the tools and lessons and things you need to begin something amazing and new. And it's something you came up with, you know. This is an idea. This is recognizing I will. That's the kind of the mantra of this card, is I will. I will. You know, nothing's going to stop you now. You have everything you need. In a traditional tarot, he would have every single suit on here. He would have the cup, the pentacle, the sword, and the wand. All of them here, because he has everything he needs to start something amazing. He would have the ace of each, you know, because each suit, the swords, the cups, the pentacle, and the wands, serves us in our whole entire completion, you know. So this is having something new starting. And that's huge, because we do have that culmination, right, that ending that comes with every full moon. And embracing spirit right now, definitely. I see that there. I really feel heavy about that right there. You know, as you're manifesting something new over this full moon, really touch base with your spirit, touch base with that inner guidance, that self-realization part of yourself that can, you know, guide yourself. Because right after the 1, we have this trust. And that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Because in the last reading, we got this card with the World, which is right before this card. So it would go the World, the Fool, and then the Magician. Because this is everybody. This is everybody. And why is everybody the Fool? Because everybody is in a position at one point in their life to just trust and go for it. This is taking a leap of faith. This is taking a risk for the better of your happiness and what your inner guidance is telling you. This is just going for it, trusting that it's all going to be good. There may be some setbacks and some things that don't feel so good as you move forward through this, because any type of change can be uncomfortable. But the Fool always signifies that you have the golden green light to go and take that risk, whatever that means to you. That's going to be different for every single Taurus out there. You know, if you're being offered a position to move across the country and it's some kind of huge, amazing, big deal for you that's really in line with your dreams, and you know, everybody that you know is like, no, don't leave. This is that trust. If this is everything you've ever wanted, why wouldn't you go for it? Why wouldn't you take that leap and trust that everything's going to work out just fine? You know, those friends will still be there. You'll still be able to visit, whatever it is. Maybe you'll be making so much money, you'll have your own private plane. You know, who knows? Who knows? And that's why you have to trust. Is because sometimes we get opportunities that seem just absolutely crazy compared to something we would normally do. But that's when we get this card. And it's telling us, you know what? It may feel scary and different, but go for it. Because you have everything you need to start something new. You know, there should be no worries. And really, worrying is like a rocking chair. You just don't get anywhere. And I love that quote. I'm not really sure who made it, but it's a real quote, you know. Worrying does nothing. So let's get you some clarifying cards, Taurus. I'll just wrap this up a little bit and see if we can get a little bit more information about what might be going on with you around this full moon. Alright. I really see you coming out of this sadness and isolation. Oops, I dropped a card. Let's see what it was. Okay. We got Ace of Rods. Yeah. Like I said, I really see you coming out of this because you have something that you're getting ready to start. And right here, Ace of Rods, passion. That is absolute passion and excitement for something. You know, but it's up to you. You don't have to grab that rod. But it is a gift. It's a gift from the divine. It's a gift from spirit. It's a gift from the universe. Whatever it is that you truly believe in, Taurus, it's a gift. And that's what the hand coming out of the clouds is there to signify for you. Is how divine this opportunity could be for you. It could really set you in a whole new level with these major arcana coming up. Okay, we got this in the last reading too, and you guys just seen this. I shuffled so much. Okay, Four of Swords, King of Rods, same exact cards. I don't even know. Oh, yay, and the Wish card. This is one of my most favorite cards in the whole deck. If you have seen my last three, you know, sessions, or I guess what do we call them, playlists that I've created, I get really excited about this card because every time you pull it, it's like seeing a shooting star. It's like make a wish. So take a moment, Taurus, to make a wish, because that's what that is. Alright, let's get over here to this Ace of Rods, because this is cool that this flipped out onto the floor. Sadness and isolation. Now, what did I say this was? This is the Three of Wands. Well, what's the Ace of Wands then? The Ace of Wands is that new... Sorry, I was out of camera. The Ace of Wands is that new, exciting, amazing idea, thing, action that you're going to do because it just drives you wild. It's that thing that keeps you up at night because it's got your mind reeling. You know, it's not necessarily feelings and cups energy where that's like love and emotions and feelings. This is more like passion towards something you want to do. Passion towards action. Okay? This is action and passion. It could be work related or like your life's work. That kind of a passion. And what is this doing here? Well, it's signifying, hey, you grabbed this one and you started. Why are you giving up now? This sadness and isolation is definitely not needed. You may be feeling it, but it's just because you're needing some rest. Okay, because you started this. With this Ace of Rods, you grabbed the rod, and it was a new opportunity for you, whatever it was. Okay, you know, maybe you did get some help from friends in the last couple weeks, and this has brought you to a point of recognizing, you know, wow, I don't have so much sadness and isolation like I thought. Or maybe you didn't get the help from friends that you had expected. Maybe somebody let you down, and it made you drop this rod and say, what the heck? Why am I so sad and isolated? Something happened to make you flip this, because at one point it was just this. Excitement. Excitement and passion towards something. And something happened that kind of made you flip your view on it. And now you're sitting there waiting for some kind of result. And the reason I say that you just need some rest and reconsideration is because we get with your giving and receiving, which is a huge message in your reading, Taurus, we get the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is always going to signify that there's some self-care that needs to be going on. There's some mental release, maybe some meditations, yoga. You know, those are just kind of basic ways that people can relax and do self-care, but self-care can look like so many different things. You know, I know somebody who swims for self-care. So whatever that looks like for you, Taurus, do it. You know, if you need to go get your hair done, if you need to go box something at the gym, you know, whatever self-care looks like to you, you need to do that so that you can get back in balance, back into that giving and receiving. Because right now you are getting that suggestion to give. So maybe that's giving to yourself, giving to yourself so that you can give more. With this Swords energy, it's going to be a mental energy. So it may just be a mental break. You may need a serious mental break, Taurus, and so that you're able to open up and utilize. And that's why there's a clarifying card. It's saying, hey, you can do this, but there's some steps. There are some steps that have to happen. Some self-care is always necessary. Always necessary. The fours are always an I realize. You're realizing that your own mental is hanging above your head. And you need to take care of that, you know, so you can move forward and grow. Now, us getting the King of Rods here with this ace, or this, yeah, well, I guess it's an ace. Ace of Major Arcana. The one of Major Arcana, with the Magician being here, and the ace, or King of Rods. Geez, I can't stop seeing ace. That must be a big deal. King of Rods here is saying that you're going to have this mastering feeling. You're going to feel this going forward. You may even have some luxury happening. Maybe you're being celebrated in some way, or maybe you're getting an upgrade in status. Something with this new start is definitely got you feeling like you can take on things, that you can do action towards your dream, and it's going to work out because you know how to master your kingdom. You know what's going to bring you that joy, that stability, and that abundance that you desire. And with the King of Rods always knows how his thoughts and actions in a mixture, because of that passion and action that wands bring, right? We've got it right here. That's always going to bring the stability and masterful, you know, king and kingdom all into this wholeness, okay? Obviously, we need all four suits to be completely whole, but this is a part of it, and it's a big part. You know, this wand's energy seems to be really big for you, Taurus, right now, and that's really embracing fire energy. That's embracing something that gets you really excited. That's that burning passion, okay? And you've got it with these two. You know, he's holding one, here's one. That means a new beginning, new opportunity that's filled with passion, okay? And whatever this giving and receiving is, it has to do with that. There has to be a balance of giving and receiving when we have so much energy and passion going towards something, because our energy and thoughts are intense. They can do a lot to the world. Now this Nine of Cups is really cool because it always signifies, obviously, to make a wish, but it obviously signifies the ending of something. And we already recognize that this signifies the beginning of something, so this validates it even further. Nines are always at the end when we recognize we're towards the end of a feeling for this one. This one's going to be feeling because it's cup energy, and that's emotions. So maybe wrapping up a feeling, getting to the next level of a feeling. An example of this would be like, oh, you know, I really feel good about checking this out. The next level of feeling would be, I love this, and I'm going to continue to check it out. You know, so it's almost like taking a feeling to the next level, and or absolutely terminating a feeling. But I really don't see that here in your reading. So I mean, that may be for some Tauruses where you're deciding that the feeling you have is not where you want to be anymore, and you're moving away from it. But this, being with this new Fool energy, is really like another level of feeling. So this could be with your employment. Maybe you've got a new idea of how you want to spend your career, and it's not where you're at now, so you're going to make a wish and get the hell out of there. You know, that's kind of that. This is that 9 with this 0. This is just like having a 9 and then a 10. It's showing progression towards the end of a cycle. Now, it's not a, you know, a small cycle like you would have on a month-to-month basis or week-to-week as we're growing and going through our daily activities. This is major arcana energy, which means it's a big cycle. It's something that's really going to bring you forward to that next level kind of stuff. And I really feel that with this and this being here. I mean, these energies right here definitely show that there's something huge coming. This shows it. It seems like you may have a little bit of a hiccup with sadness and isolation, Taurus, but, you know, some rest and rebalancing how you give and receive should definitely put you back on track. So, definitely good reading. I love it. Don't forget, the advice is to embrace your spirit. Embrace spirit. Whatever that means to you. It's going to be different for all Tauruses. But do that. Embrace it. Have that strength. Get that inner strength and guidance going. That's how we get through these difficult energies and some of these really exciting new energies too, you know. Sometimes we need guidance through those. So thank you for watching. Please, please, please subscribe. I'm really new to YouTube, and I guess if you get a lot of subscribers, that's how they'll spread your information. And I want to share this goodness with everybody. So definitely please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you want to get updated when I'm going to post the next reading, which will be, let's see, September 28th for the new moon, hit the bell button down there after you watch this, and you'll get updates whenever I post again. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.